Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome to HCP Homie Connect Podcast, episode 18. Back for another one, ladies and gentlemen. We got Ceez in the house, HCN himself, with the rocking the wife beater and rocking his Niner hat. And you got
Yeah,
me,
baby.
Lefty, your host, as always, getting ready to pop off another episode, ladies and gentlemen. Ceez, how's it going, man? What you got going on?
I'm going good, man. Just chilling right here. Saturday night. It's hot up here. That's why I'm in a wife beater and shit, man. It's like I'm tired. Today, I went out with family out to dinner. It was my mom's birthday yesterday, so we went out with her today. And
Okay.
yeah, man, tired. Got in late, and we doing this now. So it's like that's why I was like, man, I just want to go with my wife beater. I don't give a fuck. Fuck it. But yeah, man, been chilling. Watching sports, watching Dodgers.
Okay.
Um, of course, watching football, my fantasy
Right.
teams, thinking about my survival leagues.
Right.
But yeah, man, just chilling, taking care of my family, working, taking kids to school, all that good stuff, man. How about you,
All
man?
right.
How's your day going? How's everything going for you?
Good, dude. Same. I had a busy day. Um, Ellie had a game yesterday, and
Hmm.
then she had a game today. So it's one of those where, as soon as we got home, I was like, "All right, got to knock this out. Got to get set up. Got to do a
Yeah.
podcast." I didn't even change. I'm still wearing the same
Mm.
clothes. Only difference is I'm not wearing. I'm wearing a different hat just because it's all dusty from the red clay from the baseball field.
Okay.
Um, but it was good, dude. I mean, Ellie had a good game. We got a win. This is their second win, so we won yesterday and then we won today. So, which was good. They won yesterday against a team that had four sixth graders,
Oh, okay.
or middle, yeah, sixth graders. I think either I don't know. They might have been fifth graders or sixth graders. All I know is they were considered middle schoolers, and I know that here, like they consider middle school fifth grade sometimes, depending
Hmm.
on like if they make them switch classes. Because I know they did that
Hmm.
with my oldest with Sophia, and they would consider it like middle school, and I was like, what the fuck? How's that middle school? I was like, whatever. But at the end of the day, like most of my little one's team, Elena, most of her team is third graders. So
Okay.
even if they're still taking on fifth graders or sixth graders, like that's a lot. We did get smoked last week, 12-0. But again, like their pitcher catcher, those girls were fucking middle schoolers. So
Okay.
our little girls are just, it was no match. But yeah, yesterday they hung tough. Ellie got hit, so she was kind of out of it. She she missed the second inning, I guess, and then part of the second inning, and then she had to go out there uh to go. We needed some help. We needed to change pitchers, and we needed to kind of
Yeah.
change the thing. And I was like, "You got to get out there." I'm like, can you at least get in the outfield?" So she's over there crying and limping, and
Oh,
went out to the
yeah.
outfield, or whatever, so we could shift it around. And then yeah, same thing. By the time it was time for her to bat towards the last inning, she actually came out, batted. I mean, she struck out. I mean, she was still not like 100%. We won, but she was still bummed. She was like,
Hmm.
I didn't do anything. She was all mad and pissy.
Hmm.
But today they got the win. They won 6-2, and she got a hit. So I'm gonna be a dad right now. I'm gonna share
Hmm.
my
Hmm.
daughter's little progress here. Let's go ahead and put this on here because I'm proud of her. I don't know if she'll ever watch this. I don't know that I ever want her
Yeah.
watching this. um,
Let's see.
but let's see, is this the video? Yeah, this is her. So I don't know. Give me 1 second. Can you see it?
I can see
No.
it's small, no?
No, hold on. No, that's not it. Let me share it again. Hold on. It's supposed to be a different video. Let me stop right quick. Let me
Yeah.
share it again. Window. Okay, here. It just couldn't popped open another window. There you go.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
All right. So so I'm gonna just speed up.
Okay.
Of
That's
course,
her batting?
yeah, that's her batting right here. She's in
Okay.
pink
Okay.
helmet, and then that little girl right here in the other pink helmet. She's a beast too.
No, she's
Oh
a
yeah,
big
she's a
girl.
beast,
Hell
dude. Let's see. Did she hit it here? Nope. She swung high. I was like, dang it, Ellie. I'm over here as a third base coach. I'm like, damn it.
Oh, okay, okay.
I was like, come on, Ellie. I was like, oh, and by the way, let me give you some context. The game is tied. Uh, no, we just broke the tie at this point. It was
Okay.
tied 2-2. No, we were, yeah. Let's tie 2-2, 6-3. All right, we were losing. Sorry, think about it. We were losing. Um, we were losing 3-2,
Mm-hmm.
and there's two outs, and this is it. Like I was like, shit, Ellie, don't get out. I'm like, don't be the last out. I was like, don't be the last out. I was like, there's two outs. Ellie was batting fourth. The first two batters in that order, top of our lineup, they got out. And I'm like, damn it. So she got her hit right there, you know. So she made it to first,
Okay.
so obviously we were pumped about that. And then she stole, well, we don't have video of that, but she stole second, and then she stole third,
Oh,
and
okay.
then she ended up also stealing, well, not stealing, because technically it's a pass ball,
Mm-hmm.
but let's see, I think it's right here, it's a pass ball. So I
Okay.
sent her, I'm like, if it's a pass ball, you go. I think it's this one. Yep, it's a pass ball. So
Okay.
this is technically me. This is the first time me seeing the videos, because
Yeah.
obviously I hadn't seen them. I was trying to watch them while I was driving, but I was like, okay, no, I gotta stop.
Yeah.
And then Yanni gets pumped because just kind of keeping an eye on her. She's all pumped. Look at her. She's like, yeah. She's like,
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
go. you know. So yeah, she was a lot happier, and I was proud of her for. I got to
Yeah.
shout out my baby. I'm proud of her
That's,
for redeeming herself, and toughing it out. And she wasn't such a grouch about how
mm,
well or poorly she did. So
okay.
good for her,
Okay.
man. So, but yeah. And on that note, talking about doing better from one thing to the other, I want to apologize to anyone that watched episode 17. Um, you know, so talk about doing better. I don't know what happened. Episode 17, apparently, like the last fourth of it, Kamish cut off, where he doesn't come out on video for you guys. He comes out. Well, I mean, we can still see him. We can interact
Mm-hmm.
with him. I'm not sure what happened that you guys weren't able to hear him, and then it just sounds like we're crazy and talking to ourselves, and you can't hear his input or his answers. So we apologize for that. I try to get it up as soon as possible so that there isn't any delays. And based on our software, like it tells you, like, oh, everybody's feed was uploaded properly. And so I trusted the system. So now I got to do a better job of previewing it, because that kind of sucked. So hopefully today will be a lot better, especially since there's only two of us.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of uploading the system has to do, and both of us are on a computer. So that makes a huge difference. So
Yeah.
apologies for that, ladies and gentlemen. But from that episode, there was also, I wanted to follow up. There was a bet. So for those of you that remember or don't, I'll refresh your memory.
Mm-hmm.
I asked the guys, I asked the homies, I said, hey, if you guys were to put a bet, I'm going to put a bet. You guys tell me who you think is going to score. And I asked each of them. I asked Mish, I asked Davey, and I asked Ceez to give me someone who they know for sure is going to score. And to refresh your memory, Davey said Jamar Chase was going to score.
Mm-hmm.
Ceez said Saquon Barkley for sure was going to score.
Yeah.
And Kamish, though I don't know his sobriety level at that point in time. I do remember he was in the bathroom, apparently. But he
Mm-hmm.
did say CJ Stroud was going to score. And I am proud to tell you that not a single one scored. None of them. It was 0 for 3. So it was not a good day. I lost money on that bet, but it is all good. I don't mind. I think it's definitely for the fun of it. So yeah, that was that bet. And while we're at it, then I guess we'll recap on the NFL. So, Cease, week 2, man. I don't know about you, but it felt like a really weird week, and it feels like the NFL's off to a weird start. Would
Yeah.
you would you agree to that?
Yeah. I would, because it's weird that I mean, a lot of teams have injured players. And then yeah, we're getting like those weird. What is it? The Patriots beating the Bengals week
Just weird
one,
upsets. Yeah,
and then what was it this Thursday night? Patriots didn't even show up. Like, dude, like, oh Jesus. And
yeah,
then last week, of course, the Ravens losing to the Raiders. It's like, what the at home?
yeah,
Like, man. So yeah, it's been weird, man. Like up and down. The Lions lost last week.
yeah,
Um, the Packers won without Jordan Love. Like, what the hell?
yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's been weird. And then, like I said, on top of that, the injuries that everybody's going through. It's like, fudge. All right,
Hmm. Oh yeah,
but yeah, yeah.
yeah. That was definitely weird. Before we go any further, I want to say cheers.
Yes,
I got my
sir.
drink here, so cheers.
I got a Coke can.
Oh, you got a Coke can. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good. I'm still kind of doing the summer vibe kind of drinks.
Mm.
I mean, it's Arizona. The weather's feeling fantastic, but let's not bullshit ourselves when I say fantastic for people from Arizona or that live in Arizona, not from Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
90 degrees feels fucking fantastic. When it's 90 degrees at night, it feels fantastic.
Yeah.
I would say it's more like 87 right now, 86, but still, that feels amazing.
Yeah.
But it's still perfect enough to kind of have like a summer kind of, cocktail. But yeah, dude, you're right. I mean, the upsets, dude, it was crazy. I know for a fact that Davey talked about the Dallas game and the
Mm-hmm.
Saints game, and he was certain that Dallas was going to win. And I say I want to remember. I want to say I remember saying that I thought Dallas was going to win too, but that we shouldn't overlook that Saints defense and that the
Yeah.
Saints were just kind of pushovers.
Yeah.
And sure enough, dude, like someone forgot to tell Dallas that the Saints weren't the Browns
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because the Saints obliterated Dallas. So that was one,
Yeah.
right? We didn't see that one coming. Um, you're right. The Colts losing to the Packers, didn't see that one. The Titans had the Jets on the ropes. The Titans
Yeah.
literally gave that game away. That was just stupid. They gave that
Yeah.
game away.
Fucking Levi.
Oh my
Levis.
god. Leave it to Levi.
Yeah. I was like,
Leave it to
oh.
Levi. And I like Levi, but he fucked
Yeah.
that shit up. I was like, oh my god, dude. Um,
And that
the
sucks that it's
Browns,
2 weeks in a row. It's like,
right?
dude.
2 weeks in a row, dude. Even his coach called him out.
Yep. Making bonehead plays and
Oh
shit.
yeah. The Jags lost to okay, I'm gonna put it on video right now. I wanted the fucking Jags to win because I didn't want the Jags going
Yeah.
into Monday night 0 and fucking 3. And now they're gonna go or 0 and 2, sorry. Now they're gonna go 0 and 2 into fucking Buffalo. And I'm like, God damn it, dude. Like, we're 2 and 0, they're 0 and 2. Of course, it's prime time. It's primed for a fucking upset. And we
Yep.
always struggle against Jacksonville. I'm like, man, I wanted the fucking Jags to beat Cleveland, and no, they shit the bed. Um, the Ravens, we talked about it. You just mentioned it. They shit the bed too, and they lost to the Raiders. The fucking Raiders, dude. Like, really? What the fuck is going on over there? Cardinals obliterated I think I said that too. I was like, the Cardinals are not as bad as people think.
Yeah.
I know they gave us a run for our money, and people are like, oh, it's just the first week, and I was like, nah, the Cardinals look different. Um, so that was interesting. The
Mm-hmm.
Bengals almost beat the Chiefs, and then obviously the Falcons upset the Eagles. That was pretty
Yeah.
crazy. But one game I purposely skipped over is another upset, which is your Niners were
Mm-hmm.
upset by Sam Darnold and the
Yep.
Vikings. What kind of bullshit is that? Um, talk on it, Caesar. Speak on it. Tell me what the fuck happened.
Dude, what the fuck happened was they just played that the Minnesota Vikings have an defensive coordinator, Flores. I forget his first name.
Ryan.
Brian Flores. There you go. Used to be a coach for the Dolphins. Now he's
Mm-hmm.
defensive coordinator for the Vikings. He runs a fucking great fucking defense.
Oh, he's a
Great
beast.
fucking yeah. And he was just fucking with Brock Purdy the whole fucking game. Even though they ended up scoring 17 points, I think.
Yeah, you guys scored
Yeah,
17.
17 points. So yeah, though it kind of looked like a close game, it wasn't. It was the Vikings ahead most of the time, and the Niners barely trying to come back, and they just couldn't beat that defense. Even though the Niners did run the ball well with Jordan Mason,
Right.
throwing the ball, it wasn't there. Like even after the game, Brock Purdy, you can see the video. There's Brock Purdy saying to Brian Flores, like, "Oh man, you got a crazy scheme.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations."
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, and dude, like, and then watching, internet and the videos people put up about, the scheme they're running. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
dude, it's crazy how Brock Purdy thought that, the defense was in man coverage, so he audibles. Oh, the defense goes back to what is it? Zone defense.
Yep.
Brock Purdy sees that again. He's like, okay, all right, let's continue with the same play. And then the defense runs man coverage, and Brock Purdy's confused. And it's like, damn, shit's crazy. So yeah, I think that's why they ended up losing the game.
Yeah.
It was just a better defense, and of course I think that's one way to beat Brock Purdy and these Niners. It's
Yeah.
just run something that they don't know what's coming, and
Yeah.
that's how they won the game. Even though I do blame the 49ers for giving up that long ass touchdown to Jefferson
Yep. Mm-hmm.
and Sam Darnold. I was like, God damn it, man,
That right.
dude,
Mm-hmm.
that killed us right there. I was like, God damn it.
Yeah.
But
That was huge. That was.
yeah, and of
And,
course it's like it's Sam Darnold. The fuck, dude, like Jesus. But yeah,
yeah.
it was meant to be. Like I kind of like always say, like, man, like you always want your team to win every game,
Right.
and it's like, fuck it, we're gonna lose one. So yeah, I kind of had a shitty ass Sunday last week. After the game, I
Yeah.
was like, man, I'm gonna go mow the lawn. so so I swear to God, like after the game, I was like, man, I'm gonna go mow the lawn. So I just went outside and mowed the lawn,
That's
and then I came back
hilarious.
in, fucking watched the rest of the the evening games.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, it was brutal, man. I was like,
Oh.
man, fucking Niners. But
Oh.
other than that, it was cool. I mean, it's right now my concern for the Niners is of course the injuries.
Yeah. A lot of
But
injuries.
yeah, but the thing I say and I always think about is like, um, you always want you're always going to have injuries. You always want to have minimal injuries, not long term injuries. But if you are
Right.
going to have injuries, you always want them in the beginning of the season because that's when they show up. Fine, take care of it. If
Right.
there's an injury at the end of the season, dude, those are killers. So it's like, cool. Let the injury bug bite you in the beginning of the season, but at
Mm-hmm.
the end, please take care of yourself. You got to tough
Yeah.
it out. Just keep going, man. And then again, it's not how you start, it's how you
Right.
finish. So
Right.
hopefully these Niners are 1-1 right now, and I know they play the Rams tomorrow, and so I mean it should be a good game because both teams are hurting.
Big time.
So yeah, so
Especially in the
what?
receiver position.
Yeah. So we'll
Mm-hmm.
see which team comes out on top, which defense comes out on top. So, of course, I'm rooting for my Niners for against the LA Rams. So it's gonna be a fun game, man, because it's a rivalry for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you. I think. I mean, I think that game for you guys, it's crazy because if you don't have that blown coverage that
Hmm.
Jefferson breaks away and scores that touchdown, I mean, and no one else scores, you technically win 16-17.
Yeah. Hmm.
Um, I mean, obviously you don't know how the rest of the game plays out, but it's not like you guys played bad. And it's funny because even for Brock Purdy struggling against that defense, it's not like the Vikings dominated the Niners the whole time,
Yeah.
right? It's one of those where you kind of feel like shit, they just ran out of time. Like you guys, there wasn't enough time in the game,
Yeah.
because Purdy still put up like 300 plus yards,
Hmm. Hmm.
and he only had one interception. It wasn't like he threw, multiple interceptions or whatever.
He did fuck
Um,
up. I know he had a fumble because I know he
yeah,
in the game he tried to. And this is the thing about Brock Purdy. They say he has small hands,
yeah,
and so they're like, oh, dude, this fool got small hands. But yeah, you could tell like a one play, like he's going back to like throw the ball, and he
hmm,
goes back to cock it, and boom, the
yeah,
ball just flies out. The defender
mm,
picks it off, so they're like, okay, that's a fumble
yeah,
recovery for the defense. So he had an interception, a fumble,
fumble. Okay,
but he did have some a passing touchdown and a couple, the yards. So he did play good.
yeah,
And the 49ers defense did play good. Also, they had
Mm-hmm.
fucking interception. Fred Warner's fucking playing all pro right now.
Yeah.
Still,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, it was like you said. It was just that one play, fucking bomb to Justin Jefferson that
Yeah.
fucking killed us, and then yeah, like the fumble, Brock Purdy fumble killed us. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, it's it's the Vikings. I'm like, cool. Like, if we're gonna lose a game, fuck it, lose it. But I
Yeah.
just, like I said, I hope they for right now. My concern is recovery, health wise. Like,
Right.
we need Debo's out this game, George Kittle's out this game. Of course, Christian McCaffrey's out this game.
Mm-hmm.
And who else is out? I think there's one more
I believe you have
defender.
some injuries on. Don't you
Oh
have
yeah,
some injuries on the line?
no, no, the cornerback,
Uh,
Charvarius Ward.
oh
I
yeah,
think
yeah,
he's
corner. He's questionable,
yeah.
and so is Bosa.
Oh,
Any
okay, yeah.
updates
And there
on?
you go, Bosa. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think Bosa's gonna play. But yeah, dude. So it's but of course on the Rams side they're missing their top two
two
receivers.
receivers. Mm-hmm.
But of course that always leads me to think like, dude, watch these unknown fucking receivers just step up and fucking end up killing us and shit.
Yeah,
So it's like, so yeah, we'll see. It's gonna be a good game. It's always a close game. Divisional rivalries always close no matter what. So
yeah.
we'll
So
see.
yeah, because when I was, it's funny. It's funny that you say that because I think the game. Well, I don't know how to feel about the game, which is why I
Yeah.
actually didn't include it in some of my parlays, just
Mm-hmm,
because I was like, God, there's so many layers to this game, like so many variables that could cause an outcome to be different in terms of like, I feel like the Niners are gonna blow them away, right?
yeah.
Like, oh, the
Mm-hmm,
Niners are gonna be pissed. They're gonna fucking St. Louis. I mean, St. Louis. The LA Rams are struggling. No, but like, then you got to remember it's a divisional opponent,
mm-hmm.
and they're 0-2, and they're at home, and you're
And they
not
got
at,
blown out. And they got
and they
blown
got
out
blown
by the Rams
by the
last week. I mean, by the
by the
Cardinals.
Cardinals. So it's
Yeah,
like they're already down 0-1 on a conference or a divisional opponent.
yeah,
Now they're playing another divisional opponent, and it's like, can they afford to take another loss when they probably have you guys at your weakest in terms of strength compared to any other time? Obviously, they're hurting too, but it's like this is your chance,
yeah.
And but I mean, I don't know. I think you're not hurting on defense, so I think
Mm-hmm,
like at the end of the day, I still think the Niners win, but
mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if this game is a lot closer than people might think.
Yeah.
And the line is, I want to say the line is 7, so it's a pretty
Okay.
big line. Um, you know, -7 is the line for the Niners, so I feel
Yeah.
like that's a pretty big line. But I mean, I don't know, man. I think it's one of those where it's like, ooh, shit, like you really got to think about it. And then I had the same feeling about the Thursday night game
Yeah.
where people are like, oh, it's going to be close. The Jets and the Patriots, it's going to be close. The Patriots are looking good and the Jets are struggling defensively. And I'm like, no, the Jets are going to turn that shit around, dude. Like, I'm
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
sorry. New England is still New England. I,
Yeah.
you know, they've still got a long way to go. And this is kind of the same feeling I have about this game. It's like, all right, the Niners lost. Yes, they lost to fucking Minnesota. And yes, they're hurting, but it's still the Niners.
Yeah.
Like, I really feel they're going to come out and blow the fucking Rams out of the water,
Mm-hmm.
which will suck for Ram fans. And I got some friends that are Rams fans, especially my good friend Markeith. But
Mm.
but yeah, like I don't think it's going to be as close.
I,
Um,
I I hope it's a running game for my Niners.
I
I
think it
hope
will be.
Jordan Mason goes off again. Jordan Mason has been great this season. Thank
Mhm.
God. So that's good. And then of course we still have Ayuk, and
Mhm.
we still have Jawan Jennings. He's
Mhm.
a unknown receiver. Well, he's known now, but
Yeah.
not a lot of people talk about Jawan Jennings as a receiver. So
Yeah.
I mean, I think we still have the better team, and I think the line, like you said, 7 points is right because the Niners are better on both sides.
Yeah.
Uh, so but the Rams, of course, they have Stafford. So I think the only reason why
Yeah.
they're giving him some hope.
Well, and it is their home opener. So that
Oh,
that
okay.
that is something that they've been on the road for 2 games.
But
So
as you know, Niner fans, there's a lot of Niner fans here in LA,
that is
uh,
true.
here in SoCal. So I
That is
saw that
true.
Niner fans they already what is it predicting that the Niner fans are gonna take up 60-ish% of the stadium. So
That's
yeah, and
hilarious.
you could tell like from last season and then past seasons before, it's like
Yeah,
Niners fill up the stadium. You can see all red, and it's like, dude, this
that
is
is
crazy. Yeah,
hilarious.
yeah.
That is
So
hilarious.
that doesn't worry me. That it's
No,
their home game. Like, nah, it's trust me, it's doesn't matter
no.
with the Rams. No, yeah,
And
man.
side note, I actually know who Jawan Jennings is, and I actually think Jawan Jennings is going to score a touchdown this
Yeah,
weekend. So I hope I'm right because he's part of my parlay, and
yeah. I
I have
think so
Samir White.
too.
Oh, you took one
Okay,
too?
Samir. No, I think so
Oh,
too because he has a great connection with Purdy. Purdy, for some reason, Purdy is just like, oh, Jawan Jennings, just throw it. Like, just throw it.
hmm
He's going to catch it. And
he's been close. Didn't he have
yeah.
one that came back on a penalty? Like I swore there was one.
Uh,
There was one. I swear there was one
it
already.
wasn't
Where
a touchdown, I think. It was
was it short of the touchdown? Was it like
or it was in the red zone, I think it was.
I want to say like
But
yeah,
yeah, you could
he's
tell
due.
like they have that connection. So I was like,
Yeah,
okay, he's due. Exactly.
yeah, he's due. So I got him, Samir White, Derrick Henry, and Amari Cooper.
Okay.
You know, it's a big one. Like I don't, the odds are pretty high up there. I don't know that I hit, but it was like a bonus. I had a bonus like $5 back, so I put in.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, whatever. I'll put it there. If it pays out, I get like $168.
Oh,
So
okay, okay.
we'll see. You know, but I
Okay,
feel
okay.
the strongest one I feel about is Jawan Jennings. So if I can hit the
Mm.
Jawan Jennings one, I'm like, look, I was right. I put it on there. I said Jawan Jennings
Yeah.
is going to score. Um, so yeah, that'll be good. Well, then that segues us into week 3.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll jump on to week 3, and you kind of already covered your Niners, how you think
Mm-hmm.
your Niners are going to do. I agree. I think the Niners will win, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams make it more of a game than it needs to be,
Mm-hmm.
or that people thought it was going to be just because of the energy and the hype behind it. Um, but what I'm going to do, excuse me, what I'm going to do is we'll go down the line. We'll choose a winner for each game,
Okay.
and then I'm going to actually keep track of it this time, and then we'll touch base on it on the next episode.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
and then we'll go ahead and touch base on that. So one of the first games we're gonna go start off with the games from the morning. So uh are you taking the Giants or the Browns? Will the Giants get
Giants.
their first win or will the Browns keep it going? Browns are at home, by the
Oh.
way.
Yeah, Browns are at home, man. I'm gonna go with Browns, of course, just because they're at home. That's it.
Okay.
Like
All right.
no
Same.
other fucking reason.
Same. I think Deshaun Watson has finally started to shake out some of that rust, but it's still
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson. So we'll see. But yeah, I think the Browns will win that game. Uh, Packers and Titans. Are the Titans going to blow away another game? Or is Malik finally going to get this covered? This one's a tough one, dude.
Yeah, the Titans are favorite just because they're at home. So it's pretty much a toss up.
And it's only a 3 point, and they're only
Yeah,
three.
three
And
points.
usually
So
that's what
yeah,
you're supposed to get. Like
yeah,
that's
at
the
home.
minimum that you get.
Yep.
So that's
But I
tough.
mean, yeah, like you said, it's tough. Willis for the Packers, he's gonna start
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow for the Packers. So I think that's why they're underdogs. I mean, yeah, they're underdogs because they don't have Jordan Love. But then again, the Titans are playing at home. They're 1-0 at home.
Now,
The
all in
Packers
one.
are 0-1. Sorry, 0-1, and the Packers are 0-1 also away. So
Mm-hmm.
toss up. I mean, I'm gonna go with Titans just because they're at home and just because, like you said, like we like what is it, Levi
Yeah,
Levis?
Will Levis. Yeah.
Yeah, Will Levis. Like
Mm-hmm.
I do like him. He did make
Yeah.
some two bonehead plays back to back weeks, so I think he redeems himself. I'm gonna go with the Titans, winning by 3 points.
No, there you go.
Yeah,
Um, I think it'll be a back and forth game, but I think this time around Malik Willis is the one who coughs up the game,
yeah.
and Will Levis finally gets his shit together. So I'm gonna go with Tennessee as well. Pretty much, you said my everything I was going to say about that game. So yes, I will
Yeah.
take Will Levis. So far we're the same. We got to see where we're going to differ.
Okay. Okay.
Next game, Bears and the Colts. Colts are 0-2, 0-1 at home. Bears are 1-1, and they
Mm-hmm.
are 0-1 away.
Uh, it's gonna be that's gonna be a good high scoring game because both quarterbacks like to run. They're fucking wild. The only one I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go with the Bears
Ooh,
just
okay,
because they got a better offense. I want to say.
okay.
Colts. What I know with the Colts, I think they're missing their DeForest Buckner on the line, so I think that's
Hmm.
gonna hurt them.
Okay,
So yeah, that's why I think I'm gonna go with the Bears.
okay, perfect. That's our first difference. Then I'm going to
Yeah.
take the Colts
Okay.
because I think Caleb Williams got a little bit too much hype in the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, I think Anthony Richardson is going to run a little bit more, and we can't forget that the Colts still have Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
Um, so I think Caleb Williams is in for a rough couple of games, and
Mm-hmm.
then he kind of starts to level out. Um, and it's funny because the Colts are only favored as by one.
Yeah.
They're minus
Mm-hmm.
one at home. That's pretty crazy.
Yep.
I'm going to take. I honestly, I would take that all day. I think the
Mm-hmm.
Colts are going to win by way more than one. I don't
Okay.
think it's going to be as close. I think the Bears go 1-2. I think the Colts come out 1-2. So that'll be our first difference. All right.
Okay.
Texans and Vikings. Texans are at Minnesota. The Vikings are 1-0 at home against your Niners, and then
Mm-hmm.
Texans are 1-0 away. Ooh, these are some good games. Houston, by the way, is only favored by two.
So yep, I'm gonna go Houston. I still believe in C.J. Stroud. Vikings, I don't believe that 2-0. It's they got a good defense. They got but I think one team is gonna come in there and be like, "Motherfuckers, you guys ain't shit. You stop running your dumb fucking defense." So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm gonna go Texans. Even though Texans are missing Joe Mixon for tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna still take them. They still got a quality running backs in Cam Akers,
Mm-hmm.
and I forget the one other
Pierce.
run.
I don't
Oh
know if
yeah,
Pierce is
yep.
playing. Right? Is he playing?
I think so. I'm not sure,
I think he
but I
might be
know Joe
playing.
Mixon is out.
Nope, Pierce is not playing. So
Okay.
it's gonna be Akers. And don't they have one more guy?
Yeah,
But it's all Akers. That's for sure.
Agumba Wale or some shit like that.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I'm taking Houston. I think same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Houston has a good, a really good offense. I think the defense for the Vikings is solid, but it's one of those where same thing, right? Like even the defense for Houston's not bad too. So it's one of
Mm-hmm.
those where it's like, as long as you don't give up any like big plays, like the Niners had that one that beat them,
Yeah.
then I think I think Houston comes out ahead and comes out 3-0. So we're similar there.
Okay.
Eagles and Saints. Ooh, that is a good one.
Ooh,
Eagles and
it's a good
Saints.
one.
Eagles are away. Saints are at home. Are Saints the real deal, or is it they just kind of got lucky and beat the shit out of Dallas? Who no, it's them boys. Sorry, Davey,
No,
it's them boys.
yeah, no, I think the Saints still they're gonna keep it rolling. This is the surprise team of the early season.
Okay,
I'm gonna go Saints for sure at home versus the Eagles. Man, the Eagles defense, I just don't trust. Never,
okay,
I don't trust them. So I'm gonna go Eagles. I mean, sorry, I'm gonna go Saints.
okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna go Eagles. I'm gonna go
Okay.
Eagles. Um, Eagles get back to what they do best. I think the Saints come back down to earth. I think the Eagles are pissed off about losing to fucking Philly. I mean, it
Mm-hmm.
was a pretty stupid play that they ran at the end of the game.
Yeah,
I was like, are you fucking dumb?
yeah.
Really?
Saquon dropping the ball. I was like, oh, but
I was like, what were
all
you
right, whatever.
thinking? Yeah. So I think they're mad about that. I think they come back. I think New Orleans is on a high, and I think it kind of comes back to bite them on the butt. Even though I like New
Mm-hmm.
Orleans, I have no issue,
Yeah.
and I like Carr. I'm happy that Kamara kind of is reemerging his career, restarting his career again
Mm-hmm.
after kind of a downtrend. So I'm happy about that. But yeah, I think Philly takes it. So we're different there. All right. Chargers and Steelers, 2-0 teams. Steelers 2-0. I don't think many of us thought the Steelers were gonna go 2-0.
Yeah.
Maybe Brant thought they were gonna go 2-0, but he probably thought it's because of Russell Wilson, because he's a big
Mm-hmm.
Russell Wilson homer. Shout out to Brent, our Vanna White. But um, aside from that, I mean, it's not like they're 2-0 because of him, because he hasn't even played
Yeah.
and he won't be playing
Nope.
again, right?
I think he
Is he
can until Fields has a shitty ass game. That's when they're like, all right, fucking.
right? But I'm saying like he's not playing yet, right? Fields, I mean,
No.
Wilson's not playing tomorrow.
Oh, I
Is he
think
playing tomorrow?
no. Russell Wilson, no. It's still
That's what
gonna
I'm saying.
be
Russell
Justin
Wilson's not
Fields.
playing tomorrow. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Justin Fields is a starter. Weird that Russell Wilson. That fool's. I think they had him as inactive week one. I think week two also, and but that fool still comes out like in uniform, like pads and all and shit. I was like, wait a minute, what is going on?
Yeah.
But no, it's gonna be Fields. They still have a good defense. They still got good receivers, but it's still Fields running the ball. Picking up that extra 10 yards and a first down. It's like that's going to
Yeah.
be the game. But I will pick the Chargers to win. Something about John. I mean Jim Harbaugh, dude. It's just
Mm-hmm.
players will run through a wall for that coach. So I think it's gonna be a close game, kind of like a defensive game, but I have the Chargers coming out on top.
Okay. So I agree with you there.
Hmm.
I like the Chargers. I like the Chargers a lot because I love J.K. Dobbins. I
Mm.
absolutely love J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah.
I was bummed. I drafted him last year. I was bummed when he got hurt. Um, in fact, I don't know if you remember when I told you guys, but like because he got hurt game one, right?
Last year.
Yeah, I think it was like game one, right? First game of the season.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Well, whatever. I know it was early on.
Uh
I
huh.
and I because it was early on in the fucking in our fantasy football.
Yeah.
And I'm all happy and everything else. And I'm like, I'm gonna go cook right quick. I'm gonna put something on the grill. And I go to the grill, and then like I see that like somebody picked up some running back or whatever, and I'm like, why did somebody pick up Baltimore running back? And then
Okay.
I get back in, and it's like, oh, Dobbins is out. And I was like, oh, son of a bitch. I was like, God damn it. And so I'm glad to see Dobbins is balling, but again, I'm still taking the Chargers,
Hmm.
but you got to remember too, Herbert is also playing with a high ankle sprain.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And so does that limit his movement?
Hmm.
He's not per se a mobile quarterback like a Mahomes or Josh Allen or Hurts or Jackson,
Hmm.
but but he still moves around to buy some time. Now he's going to be limited and
Hmm.
he could get it aggravated. So does that change anything in terms of what may happen with that? I think, oh man, I'm gonna go with the Chargers as well, but I think it's gonna be a close one too. Steelers are at home. That's
Hmm.
always a tough place to play. Steelers are only a 2.5 point favorite, so that'll be interesting.
And that game is good. That's going to be one of the games I am going to try to watch tomorrow morning.
Same, same.
Because the matchup that I also want to watch is T.J. Watt versus Joe Alt
Mm.
on the line.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be a good one. 'Cause I know Joe Alt. He played good the first week. I didn't see too much of him last week,
Right.
but I think T.J. Watt last week. I think he had 3 sacks, I believe, or something like that.
Okay.
But dude, I'm like, dude, this is prime. This is matchup great rusher, looking like a
Mm-hmm.
good offensive lineman. So we'll see. We'll see.
Oh yeah, that's a good call, dude. Now I'm gonna be
Yeah,
watching that for sure. That was a
yeah.
really good call. I had forgot all about Alt. Yeah, I love
Yep.
that dude.
I
I wanted
like
him
that
so
for. I
bad
was
with
like,
Buffalo.
oh, for real. I was like, damn.
I wanted him so bad. Yeah, that's a good call. All right, I got a question for you on this game to make it even
Yeah.
more interesting. What happens if the Steelers win and now Justin Fields is 0-3? Because I just read that
No, 3
Russell
0.
Wilson's getting better. Sorry, 3-0. Yes.
3 0, huh?
Russell Wilson's gaining ground. He's getting a lot better. But it sounds like Wilson. Sorry, it sounds like Fields starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
So then, what happens if the Steelers go 3-0?
I think
Like,
I
do
think right
you bench
now,
Fields
no, I think you
if
keep it
Wilson's
going.
100%?
No, yeah, I think you keep it going with Fields until he has a bad game or until you see, because like it's not like he's having like the great game passing wise or like
Okay.
touchdown wise. It's just Fields just runs the ball. He gets those, like I said, 10 yards. He gets those little annoying first downs where you're like, fuck, fucking like stay your ass in the pocket, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's what the Steelers need, because it's like they're if you go back to Russell Wilson, it's like he's gonna be stationary, same old, old ass offense. No, keep it
Right.
fresh. Just run the ball. He's gonna pick up. Let our defense win the fucking, the game, and
Yeah.
and that's how, I think that's how they want to win, because of course they got their coach who's defensive minded,
Right.
and there you go. That's all they need and shit. So I think they're gonna stay with Fields
Okay.
until they see his production go down. Then they'll say,
Yeah.
"Fuck it, bring in Wilson to like, carry us to the end of the season." But I think for if they win tomorrow, I think it's still going to be Fields, because why would you change? Why would you mess up the chemistry? Just
Okay.
go. The point is to win the game, not to care about
Yeah.
Russell Wilson's feelings and shit.
So, what if they lose?
If they lose, then, and of course if they lose, like if Fields comes out having a shitty ass game,
Right.
interception after interception, just bad, then yes, you kind of you have to consider Wilson, because it's like, dude, like these first 2 weeks, Fields hasn't been like top rated quarterback, a lot of passing yards,
Right. Right.
touchdowns. He's just been, like I said, okay, and he's picking
Yeah.
up those first downs and those yards, rushing yards, and that's how they win the game. You know, so it's not like he's having the great season,
But he hasn't
but
cost them a game.
exactly, he hasn't
Yeah. He
cost them a
hasn't
game.
cost them a game. Gotcha. Okay.
And no, I think they stick with Fields. If he loses, I think you give him one more week to go redeem himself. If he loses 2 games in a row, then you like, all right, Wilson,
Get
start
ready,
getting ready.
Russell.
Yeah,
All right.
start getting ready. Yep.
All right. So we're both taking the charges on that. All right.
Yeah.
You got Broncos and the Bucks. Bo Nix versus Mr. Mayfield.
Mayfield. I got Bucks, of course.
Oh yeah.
It's Bucks are playing awesome right now. Mayfield's
Hmm.
playing fucking out of this world.
Right. And I'm not even a
Yeah,
Mayfield fan.
I
I still
know,
think
and
I'm
not
like,
good for
man.
him too, because it's like
Yeah.
he was a former first overall pick.
Hmm.
Everybody's like, "Ah, this one sucks," and then now he's
Yeah.
rejuvenated his career. So yeah, it's good for him, man.
Everybody
Uh,
said he was washed.
yeah, and
Right.
compared now to like fucking what's his name, Bryce Young,
Hmm.
with everything he's going through. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
it's good to see. The
Yeah.
other thing that I want to bring up with the Broncos is that I don't know if you there was a story out uh, recently that they said that the Broncos, Bo Nix, like
Hmm.
the opposing defense were kind of laughing at him because they didn't want to expose Bo Nix to the entire playbook, so they kept
Hmm.
it simple for him.
Yeah.
And so the defense, I think last week's game or the first week's, like they were laughing at him because they're like, dude, like we knew that what was coming then, because it's Bo Nix. It's like
Mm.
he just likes these throws and that's it. Like
Right.
there's no fucking difficulty to his passes. So I was like, oh, okay, so that tells me like defense, they know Bo Nix now. Like, so
Yeah.
that's why it's like, oh shit, like I think defense they know Bo Nix doesn't like to throw the ball a certain way or in the outs, or just likes to throw it in the middle. And I think, yeah, of course, the Buccaneers are going to be perfect for that because they got a bomb ass defense, and like, there
Yep.
you go. Bo Nix is not playing good, so yeah, I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the Buccaneers.
Okay. Yeah. Same. That one was kind of without hesitation. In
Yeah.
fact, I took Bo Nix in another parlay to go ahead and throw an interception. He's one of the. I think I chose like 4 quarterbacks to throw an interception. He's one of them.
Hmm.
He's he's thrown 4 so far, and I don't see him. Hopefully, you know he still throws one against Tampa Bay. If they don't bench him,
Sure.
because Bryce Young was my go-to guy for interceptions, and then fucking Carolina decided to bench him. I was like, damn it! I was like, who am I gonna choose now? I was like, shit. So speaking of the Panthers, you've got the 0-2 Panthers against the 1-1 Raiders.
Raiders at Raiders. I'm gonna go Raiders. Of course, they're at home.
Yeah.
I still like. I mean, I like the Raiders defense.
Yeah.
Raiders offense. They just have to produce. They still got what's his name, Adams as their receiver. So yeah, I'm gonna go Raiders for sure.
Same. I'm gonna go Raiders. Oh, sorry. I would love for the Panthers to upset the Raiders.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I won't be mad if I get that one wrong.
With the red rifle at the
with the red rifle, yep.
Yeah.
Red rifle come in. Hey, you haven't seen me play in a hot minute. I'm well rested. You don't forget how to be. Your brain doesn't stop being a quarterback, right? So he still knows how to read defenses. So I'm gonna hope that the red rifle can upset the Raiders, but I'm still choosing the Raiders.
Dude, I swear, this week I thought about picking up Adam Thielen. I was like, should I go get Adam Thielen? I know. I think last year they had that connection. I was like, oh.
But who are you gonna drop?
Yeah, that's
only
the
got
thing.
4.
Yeah.
And we'll touch base on that shortly, folks. But that's what makes it tough because I ran into that situation. I mean, you saw who I picked up on the waiver. I was like, how long do I want to wait before one of y'all snatches him up? I was like, all right, I'm gonna bite the bullet right now. I'm in first. I can afford to bite the bullet.
Yeah.
All right. Next game. The Dolphins, after getting smoked by Buffalo, yeah, baby, versus the Seahawks. So 2-0 Seahawks are 1-0 at home versus the Dolphins, who are 1-1. This is This is their first away game. Lucky bastards. Skylar Thompson is actually in for them for Tua, and then Tyler Huntley. I don't know if he's playing though. I don't know if he's even dressing. I know that they got him on the practice squad. Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I'd be a lot more scared of Miami with Tyler Huntley than Skylar Thompson. But think think about what he did. Think about what he did in Baltimore.
Yeah.
And he made the Pro Bowl. You got to remember that he made the Pro Bowl. Yeah, I get it as an alternate, I think, right? But still, like, I mean, compare what Tua can't do versus what Tyler Huntley can do. Am I saying Tyler Huntley is an all-star quarterback? He was deserving of the Pro Bowl? No, not necessarily, but he's mobile. Yeah. And he has a way better arm than Tua. I guarantee you Tyler Huntley trying to throw it out of bounds isn't going to get picked off for a pick 6. Yeah. So now you give him a Tyreek Hill and a Jalen Waddle and that offense, dude. And the fact that, fine, if you tie everybody up, then guess what? Tyler Huntley can run for the first down. That's scary. That would be, for me, more worrisome than Skylar Thompson. Even though I don't think Skylar Thompson's bad, but we'll see. But who are you taking in this game?
I got that's a good point, Skylar Thompson, but I got Seahawks. Basically, they're at home. Weather's going to be, 65 degrees with a little bit of sun. Dolphins flying cross country. I'm going to go Seahawks. Even though they're division rivals with my Niners, and they're 2-0 already, it's like, fuck. Now, it's like, I have them winning, going 3-0, so I was like, all right, fuck it. I think they'll win against the Dolphins. They got a good offense. They got a better defense now with their coach.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go Seahawks for sure.
All right. And on this one, I'm taking Miami. I hate that I'm taking Miami, but they got their asses waxed. And I feel like I just feel like they're not gonna go 2 games in a row like that. It's crucial for them. If they lose, they're in trouble because their schedule doesn't get much easier. So I think they know what's at stake. And I think this is one of those classic Gino fucking bump on the road. Like I like
Yeah.
Gino, and I'm glad he reestablished his career, right? But I feel like this is one of those moments where, like, really, Gino, you had a chance and you just kind of shit the bed on this one. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go, and again, just gut feeling, but I'm gonna go Miami. As much as I hate picking Miami, like you said, right?
Yeah.
Seahawks are in your division. You're taking
Yeah.
Seattle.
It's weird.
It pains me that I'm taking Miami, but and I hope I'm wrong. I mean, this is another one where I wouldn't mind being wrong, but
Yeah. For us.
I'm gonna take Miami. Okay, I got a really good one for you.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
0-2 Ravens versus the Dallas Cowboys, who just got waxed by the Saints. Are the Cowboys mad and pissed, and do they really go 0-2 at home, or do the Ravens really open the season going 0-3?
You know what? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. I think they have a bounce back game.
wow.
Um,
Okay.
I think the Ravens. I think the Ravens. The one thing that's hurting the Ravens is they lost their defensive coordinator, which last year he went to Seahawks,
Mm-hmm.
Nuko. So they lost their defensive coordinator. That's hurting them.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Cowboys. They still have a good offense. They still have a good defense. They just need to put shit together. Even though their coach is McCarthy, fucking
Mm-hmm.
sucks balls. I think they come together. I think they come together as a team to win this game because they know it's important. They know they can't go down fucking 1-2. I'm sure it's gonna be prime time game. I think they hold Lamar Jackson to some passing yards, and then they don't let him rush that much. But I think I'm gonna take the Cowboys because of their defense. I think they pick off Lamar Jackson multiple times.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
sir.
I'm gonna put that on there.
Yes.
I'm gonna put that. You said Lamar pick. Okay, okay, okay. Make a little note of that one. I like that. I like that you got
Mm-hmm.
specific.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna take the Ravens. So we're starting
Okay.
to see some separation between you and I.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the Ravens. I think you hit the nail on the head. I think Lamar knows the importance of this game, and the chances of you making the playoffs when you start the season 0-3 is
Mm-hmm.
pretty slim.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
think at this point the he's going to put the team on his back, and as much as they don't want him to run, he's going to run,
Yeah.
and he's going to extend drives, and he's going to. I'm going to say I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to say Baltimore because of him running the ball on crucial
Mm-hmm.
downs. I'm going to say one, Baltimore's going to win, but I'm going to say two, they're going to win time of possession. So they're
Okay.
going to
Okay.
keep the Dallas Cowboys offense off the field as much as they can,
Mm-hmm.
being that their defense is struggling, right? So if your defense is struggling and you have a pretty decent offense, then you want to have long methodical drives so that your defense doesn't have to be on the field often. And I
Yeah.
think that's how they're going to do it by keeping Dallas off the field, by Lamar getting those back-breaking third down, first downs
Okay.
conversions or whatever. So I'm going to go with Baltimore on that.
Okay. Okay.
All right. All right. We're getting close to the end here. We've got the Niners at the Rams. We've already known that one. You're
Yeah.
taking the
You know my
Niners.
pick.
We already covered it. Yeah, we already covered it. So you're taking the Niners, and so am I. We covered that a couple, maybe 15, 20 minutes ago, so we don't got to rehash that one. This one was a tough one for me, dude.
Yeah.
Detroit versus Arizona. Both teams are 1-1. Arizona is 1-0 at home. Who are you taking?
I'm gonna take the Lions. Lions. I know they lost last week against the Buccaneers, so
Mm-hmm.
I think they have that bounce back. Like fuck it, like we fucked up last week. I'm gonna fucking run through this wall fucking this week. I don't give a fuck. Like then so that's and of course it's always like the Cardinals every time. Like if you score like 40 plus points the week before the next
And
game,
then you
it's
shit the
like
bed.
yeah, you shut the bed. You're like you score like 10 points, 17 points.
Yeah.
You're like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? So
Yeah.
that's why I think it's gonna happen. I think the Lions
Yeah.
are gonna come out and be like, nah, fuck that. We're not losing this game.
Yeah.
And I think their coach Campbell is gonna have them ready and like,
Oh yeah.
fuck it, motherfuckers. You guys
Yeah.
are gonna die if you don't win this game. So
Yeah.
that's what I feel. Lions,
I'm gonna bite
uh,
your
they,
kneecaps.
yeah, Lions are gonna win. I don't think big, but they're gonna win convincingly over the Cardinals.
I
Mhm.
I think you're right.
Mhm.
I have Detroit as well. I'm not. Oh man, I'm not a Kyler Murray fan. Like
Mhm.
I haven't bought into him. Even though he did play well against us, and even though he did play really well against the shit the Rams,
The Rams. Mhm.
which oh, man, I felt bad because they were just toasting fucking Trey White, former Buffalo
Mhm.
Bill. Oh, I
Yeah.
felt so bad, dude. I was like, oh, Trey Day. Oh, um,
Yeah. Fucking Harrison Jr. finally showed up
dude,
and
he was
shit.
embarrassing him. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
Trey Day. Um, but yeah, I think Detroit wins. I think for exact same reasons. But if Kyler Murray can pull out a win and upset Detroit, I will stop giving him shit. I
Mhm.
won't
Mhm.
be a Kyler Murray hater, or not as much as hater. I'm not a hater. I'm just not a believer. So
Yeah.
if he can beat Detroit, then I'll be like, okay, let me back off of Kyler Murray because I still do think that Arizona's a much better team than they were,
Mhm.
but I'm still not sold 100% on Kyler. So I'm still taking
Mhm.
Detroit. The Sunday night game, homie,
Mhm.
Chiefs 2-0 versus the Falcons, who are 0-1 at home.
Oh,
Is it
one. Yep.
really even worth a Monday night game, Ceez?
Sunday night. Sunday night.
Sorry, Sunday night. Is it even worth a Sunday night
No, like fuck. They just
game?
have him on there because of fucking Mahomes, Kelsey, and the female. What's her name? Taylor Swift.
mm, mm,
That's it.
yeah.
No, I'm gonna take. Even though I fucking hate this, I'm gonna take the Chiefs. You know, I'm thinking with my head here. The Chiefs because they fucking they have the referees on their side, and so that they're on prime time. You know, national television. Fuck it, Chiefs for sure.
yeah.
And no, and then honestly, the game last week against the Eagles, man, like Kirk Cousin looks good, but like man, some of his throws now it's like, dude, that shit doesn't look like it's gonna make it. Like
Yeah.
but I the Falcons got a good squad. They got a great team, great offense, but it just kind of doesn't look like it's clicking. I
Yeah.
don't know if I'm seeing it because I know Cal Pitts, like he's fucking the bomb ass tight end that
hmm
everybody said he's gonna be, and like
Yeah.
he's just not clicking with
With Kyle,
cousin,
yeah,
yeah, with
Cousins.
Cousins, and
Yeah.
then Bijan, I think he's good running back, but he's not up there yet. So,
Yeah.
and then what is it? The receiver Drake London,
London. Yeah.
también, yeah, he's all right. So it's like I think the Chiefs have enough on defense to stop him. So that's why I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. It's gonna be a close game but I think the Chiefs are gonna win field goal and with the help of the fucking referees.
I took the Chiefs as much as I fucking hate it. I
Yeah.
took the Chiefs, but I don't even think it's going to be that close. I think it's going to be a bit of a boring. Um, I think it's going to be a bit of a boring game. If anything, it's close in the first quarter,
Hmm.
maybe even the second quarter, and then at halftime, after halftime, Casey just pulls away. I wouldn't be surprised if Casey wins by 10. So a touchdown and
Hmm.
a field goal, where like it seems a lot. It might be one of those games where it's a lot closer than. Sorry, it looks a lot closer than it was, just because like
Hmm.
let's say the Chiefs win by 10, but in reality, you knew like watching the game and like, it's a snooze fest. Atlanta's not really doing shit,
Yeah.
you know. So I'm gonna take KC, which
Okay.
sucks.
Okay.
And then we've got two more games, and we're gonna go ahead and talk about the Jags and the Bills, the first of
Yeah.
two Monday night games, um, which is so weird, so early in the
Yeah.
season too. I don't get that one. But Bills are at home, 1-0, and the Jags are just primed to pull off an upset, being 0-2 to start the season and 0-1 away. Ceez, what do you got?
No, I'm gonna be smart with it, man. Go with the Bills. Bills are playing awesome right now. All I want the Bills to do is just give it to James Cook, and that's it.
Let
Let him cook.
him
That's
cook.
it. Yeah, let
Let
him
him
cook.
cook.
And Josh Allen, you just throw the ball. You don't need to run it or run it and slide. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the only thing that gives me concern, of course, it's divisional rivalry. But I think the Jaguars are
You
that
mean
that
conference?
Trevor. Yeah, that. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I think Trevor Lawrence, that shine, that oh shit, this quarterback is the shit, the future, and it's starting to go down for Trevor Lawrence. So
Okay.
that's why I think the Bills should win the game because they're at home, and it's a Monday night. So I think Josh Allen does play better on prime time. Um, but like I said, give the ball to James Cook, and that's it. Go out the way, let him run
Yeah.
the ball. Boom! I think you guys got it.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
of course, I never pick against my Bills. That's just the way it
Mm-hmm.
is. Homer or not, right? I've never have picked against them.
Yeah.
I don't gamble on my team. That's just my rule. But man, obviously I'm taking my Bills. But this is, I'm not gonna lie to you, as a Bills fan, this is a game that I'm nervous about, that I'm not overlooking.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think what makes it worse is that we have no stud linebackers. So our two
Mm-hmm.
stud linebackers, Milano got hurt in the beginning of the season before fucking the season started, and he's out probably till the playoffs if he comes back. And now we lost our other stud linebacker, Terrell Bernard, who fucking pectoral injury, and God knows
Mm-hmm.
when he's coming back. So we'll see. And then Teron Johnson, our fucking
Yeah.
amazing nickel corner. He's hurt too, who is amazing at, making some great plays and even sacking the quarterbacks and just sending them in. That hurts.
Yeah.
That hurts a lot, especially when they've got Evan Ingram, Christian Kirk, and now fucking seems like Brian Thomas is coming on for them.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
that worries me. I think if we're able to pull away early on Jacksonville, I think we have a chance because then they're playing a
Mm-hmm.
little bit differently. But if they're able to stay balanced and kind of dump off to Etienne or run him and he's getting good yards against us, and we keep them hanging around, I think that's what worries me because as much as I love Josh and the way Josh plays, it's like he hasn't done well against Jacksonville. And if you're keeping them around, all it takes is one kind of silly mistake for the kind of momentum to switch,
Mm-hmm.
and all of a sudden Jacksonville is now upsetting you at home. So I take Buffalo, but I'd be lying to you, dude, if I said I wasn't scared. So
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm taking Buffalo. And then we wrap up the week 3 with a second Monday night game. Again, really? This
Yeah.
was prime time? Commanders and the Bengals. And not knocking on the Bengals. I mean, obviously, everyone expected the Bengals to be a quality team, but the Commanders? Really? Just because of Jaden Daniels? Is that why
I
we're
think
putting them
so.
on
Yeah.
Monday
So
night? I don't know, man. What do you think about this game? 0-2 Bengals. Obviously, it's like they're not going to go on 3.
yeah.
Versus the Commanders, who are 1-1. They're not going to. Not against the
I
Bengals.
I got the Bengals at home. I'm gonna take them because they're at home. They got Joe Burrow. They got Chase. They
Mhm.
still got a okay running back. But I think their defense holds, Daniels, the rookie quarterback for the Commanders. I think they hold them in check. So that's why I'm gonna go with the Bengals.
Yeah, same. I think
Mm-hmm.
uh, Cincinnati's a 7-point favorite.
7. Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if this is another snooze fest. Maybe the Buffalo game's super exciting. And you're like, wow, that shit was crazy, whether we win or lose. Maybe the Buffalo
Yeah,
game was exciting. But then you get to this game and you're like, man, it's 9 o'clock. I'm going to sleep, man. Fuck this game. That's what I think it's going to be.
and that's why I'm like, who the hell decides to like put like you? I don't know why the NFL decides to do this two Monday night games and they start 45 minutes apart. So it's
Yeah,
like shouldn't like just don't make them overlap. Make them
yeah.
one start early and then the next one start right after. That's why you get more eyes on each
Mm-hmm.
game. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you have them overlap, then you're gonna be like like I don't want to watch two screens or I don't want to
Yeah,
watch it in multi-view. I got Google TV and they have
yeah.
multi-view, but like the screen is like smaller and
Mm-hmm.
it's like, dude, I don't want to watch that. I just want to keep my eye on one game. And of course, it's Monday night, so it's like, just fucking let me watch one game, motherfucker.
Right.
Just
Yeah.
like, and like, dude, don't have them overlap. Just start one game early. Start it at 1 o'clock. I don't care. Like, trust me, we're gonna watch.
Oh, yeah.
like,
Yeah.
like no matter what, it's a football game. America will watch if the
Yeah.
game starts at on Monday at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, 3 p.m.,
Yeah.
4 p.m. I don't give a fuck. We're gonna watch it. Trust me on my
100%.
phone, somewhere.
Yeah, don't give me this. I'm at work. I can't watch. I'm sorry, dude. If you can't watch
Yeah.
it, you're at work. Listen, man. I'm so sorry, dude. You're one of the small percentage of people that can't see it. Like, yeah,
Yep.
I know I sound like a dick right now. I get it, but like, if it's my team, bro, I'm gonna figure out whatever the fuck I can do to watch my team.
Yep.
You better believe I'm figuring that shit out, whether I have it on my phone, whether I'm listening to some bootleg stream, even if I'm just listening to it. You better
Yeah.
believe I'm somehow catching that game.
Yep.
So don't give me this shit of like, oh man, what sucks are you doing it during work time?
Yeah.
Listen, if this was 20 fucking years ago, I get it.
Yep.
Okay, but technology has come a long way, and we all have a lot of access to it. So don't give me this bullshit where like, oh, people are working. No,
No.
the majority can get access even at work. Okay.
And that's why I was like, dude, like, why overlap it? Just don't overlap. Trust me. Your fans, NFL fans, they want to watch one game
Mm-hmm.
on Monday night or Thursday night, whatever the fuck they do,
Right.
doubleheaders. And they just want to finish that game, then jump on to the next game, and they'll be happy. And you'll
Yeah.
get a lot more viewerships that way.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy. But no, dude, I'm going to go with the Bengals into the game. That's it.
Sounds good. All right. So there you go, folks. We've got our picks. We've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 game, no, 4 game difference. Yeah. 4 game. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. We got about a 4 game difference. So we'll see who comes out on top. We'll cover that next weekend for sure. And I mean, like I said, it's been a crazy, couple of weeks from the NFL. Bryce Young got benched. Now Red Rifle's in, and now the trade rumors are there. And so before we move on to the next topic, my question to you is, would you want to trade for Bryce Young?
No, I wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Not right now. I would, of course, give them probably like another year or two. But like I told you earlier, off camera or off
Yeah.
record,
Yeah.
like if I'm a team, look, I'll give you a seventh rounder for Bryce Young. Just fucking take it. Like if they say yeah, then cool, fuck it, give me Bryce Young. Yeah,
Yeah.
sit his ass on the bench, let his ass learn, stay your
Yeah.
ass there. Of course, he got picked in the first overall because he does have some talent. I think it's uh the kind of the system that he went to also in Carolina where it's like it kind of sucks. but
Yeah.
but I also think the Panthers, like this guy Coach Canales, I give him props for just making the decision. Like, dude, all right, this quarterback sucks.
Yeah.
Accept it, fucking move on. Like,
Mhm.
good job, good to him, dude. Like, he saw it, he fucking reacted to it, and he's moving on. Like, that's
Yeah.
that's all you got to do. Like, don't be fucking Daniel Jones, fucking Giants and shit. Like, yo, like, yeah, he did had that one season where he was good. Then he got injured. All right, we're gonna pay his ass. Like,
Mhm.
nah, you saw that he wasn't top level fucking quarterback. So it's like, why are you gonna pay his ass? Like, you guys could have fucking definitely gone out and bought somebody else and shit. So it's like,
Yeah.
good for the Panthers for making the decision, accepting what they had, and moving on.
Yeah.
Move forward. Don't fucking, fucking. Oh yeah, Bryce Young. Let's give him some time, and wait. He's still the starter. Oh, okay. So it's like, dude, just go with it. And
Yeah.
but yeah, it sucks for Bryce Young, but I think he's better suited. Fucking learning, sitting down, just looking at it, the football on the sideline, and then coming back. Like we said, like Baker Mayfield going to another team or fucking going to another offensive mind and just picking up some other ideas and then coming back 2 or 3 years as another starter for another team.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that brings us to the next. Um,
Wait, my question to you, sorry,
yeah.
for
Oh,
Bryce
go ahead.
Young,
No, go ahead.
would you have made that decision of benching him, or would you still let him be the starter for if you were the coach for the Panthers?
I wouldn't let him keep playing. I don't. I don't. I don't get the point of it. Like,
Yeah.
what are you trying to prove?
Hmm.
Because you're not a team that was going to compete, and you ended up having to just draft a rookie quarterback, and you got to play him, and you're like, oh shit. Well, hopefully he does well enough, and oh now he's now we're running out of time, and we can't afford to kind of throw it away. So let's go ahead and bench the rookie.
Mm-hmm.
No, like I mean, he's not a rookie anymore. It's his second year, right? But
Mm-hmm.
you let him keep fucking taking his lumps. I mean, when you draft a quarterback, I mean, that's what they say, right? That when you draft a quarterback, and if you're wrong, you get hurt for at least
3 years.
3 years, and that's
Yeah.
because you give them at least two, and
Mm-hmm.
then year three, you're like, I don't know. And they actually
Mm-hmm.
say sometimes it lasts longer, right? Because you give your quarterback 2 to 3 years, and then you draft
Mm-hmm.
another one, and then you give them another 2 to 3 years. So you
Yeah.
can be anywhere behind 5 and 6 years
Mm-hmm.
when you fuck up the quarterback pick. So it's like if you're benching him already in week two or right after week two, you're not doing anything for this kid's confidence,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and you don't have a good team. Period.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't see the point of this. Like
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a bad move. I was surprised. I was like, wow, I think
Mm.
that's pretty stupid. Um, if he doesn't do well, then he doesn't do well, and you were like, fuck it, we gave him 24 fucking or whatever games, 18 games or whatever a season. But no, I wouldn't have benched him. Would you?
Mm. I would have. Well, I would have if I was the coach that because you got to remember that this Panthers coach is his first year. He didn't draft Bryce Young,
Okay.
so he's like, I've seen enough. Fuck it, and that's why I
Right.
said I commend them for making the decision and just move it on because he sees it. It's not working for him. Just move the fuck on. Fucking, your team is gonna either sign a quarterback next year or draft a quarterback. Who the fuck knows? But just
Right.
making this decision and just move forward. That's what I like about that coach. Was it Dave Canales? I think his name is.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, I would have probably made that decision if that was my first year coach. Looking at that quarterback, we're like, yeah, this guy's not gonna be my quarterback. So let's just move the fuck on. And
Yeah.
good for him for having the balls to like fucking accept it, and good for him for probably going up to the owner and be like, yeah, this quarterback sucks. Like
Yeah.
the guy you picked last year is not good. So let's just move on. And everybody knows C.J. Stroud should have been the first pick.
Yeah.
Now, of course, because we know C.J. Stroud is what he's doing in Houston.
Yeah.
But yeah, it sucks. But I would have made it. Probably not the second week, but probably close to
Yeah.
like fourth, fifth, sixth week. Like, yeah, no, we're not doing
Yeah.
this shit with Bryce Young. So.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Okay. That was a good question.
Yeah.
So moving on, like we talked about,
Mm-hmm.
to the next subject. And actually, before we jump on that, part of the apology, what I was supposed to do is, and I apologize for that too, is to make up for it. I know we've been talking about it the last couple episodes, especially when we keep bringing up this bad boy right here, the belt. We keep talking about the homie draft episode.
Mm-hmm.
So it's coming along. It's not bullshit. So I wanted to at least give people a sneak peek so that we're not bullshitting. Um, it's happening. Here's the preview. Here are all the homies. I'm gonna play a little bit of it just so that you guys can see it, so you guys know it's real. We're not bullshitting you. And I'm putting it out there so that I force myself to really get it on there um, this week, and then we'll put it out. But I'm gonna give you guys about 30 seconds as I blow through it. Just blowing through it. You know, I don't know who that loser is, but there goes the Niners.
Goes the other
You know,
loser. That's good.
it's 2.5 hours long. That's how long it's gonna be. So if you got some
Yeah.
time, this is us kind of going through the beginning of it. You know, uh, quick intro, getting settled in, determining who's gonna draft where. Uh, we got Kamish right there making a little cameo.
Vanna
Great
White.
setup.
Yeah.
Vanna White. That's why we call Brent. That's Brent, by the way. That's why we call him Vanna White.
Right. Wearing
Uh,
Russell Wilson shirt.
he's straight Russell Wilson homer.
Yeah.
Um, you know, so just quick little preview, guys. All right, that's all I'm gonna give you guys for now. Hopefully, this will draw you back into it, but it's real. It's there. My wife worked really hard on it. I just haven't had a chance to go back and review all of it because I don't want another episode 17 kind of issue. We want to make sure that it's good quality content for you guys. So It's real. It's happening. I promise. And then we'll talk about the belt as well. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll touch base on that. But since that leads us into fantasy football, I'm going to share you another screen and let's talk about what is going on in the homie league.
Mm.
All right, folks, there you go. That is the standings after week 2 in the homie league. As you can see, number 1 is this guy right here, injured
Yeah, man.
reserve, current champion, last year's champion, baby, uh,
Leading in
3-time
points
champ.
so high. Yeah.
And I got the points. I got you bitches on points, barely though, because
3 points.
Colonel Cream Pie is right on it. So
Oh
he's
yeah.
he's he's on it. So I'm right
He's,
there with him. The points are looking good for both of us, him and I. And then you've got Beast Mode. You've got Bruno bringing up third place. Then it kind of jumbles up, which is crazy, right? It jumbles up
no.
1-1 all the way through ninth. So it's jumbled up between 4 through 9. You got HCN hanging out at 5th, right below
Fifth.
Kamish, the Natty. Then you've got Ryan Pun. You got Big Pun at
Mm-hmm.
1-1. And then you got Vanna White, Brent Wood, Rainmakers. You got Bolt the Fuck Up. That's Chuko, right? If I'm not mistaken, that's Chuko. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Bolt the Fuck Up
Both
is
the fuck up.
Chuko.
Uh-huh.
You got Money Mike at ninth, Mr. Potato Salad. Then you got our
Mm-hmm.
wonderful host, Booger, who hosted the draft. He is, I'm surprised. He is
Yeah.
10th. He is 0-2. I did not see that one. Davey, All Worlds, who was on our podcast last episode, another team that's struggling. And then uh, Mr.
The
Anderson.
rookie.
Mr.
Yep.
Anderson is struggling over there. Rookie. He is struggling big time. He's even got the lowest points too. So that
Yep.
is tough. Which, if I'm not mistaken, don't I play him next? I might be wrong, but if I do,
Mm-hmm.
of course it's that same bullshit. It's like, really, I gotta play him, watch him have his game of the week. All right. So Ceez, talk to me about how you feeling, and then let's go to your game as well. By the way, these were the results. Oh no, I already played Brook. Aha, whew, dodged that bullet. I already played Rook.
Mm-hmm.
Not wasn't even close there. He got smoked. Um, then you've got Kamish who took on Cream Pie. Cream Pie, go ahead and gave him back Cream Pie.
Yeah.
Beast Mode took out Davey. HCN. Oh, you lost a close one to
I know,
Money
man.
Mike. We'll click on that in a bit to see what you could have done different there. Chuko and a tight one with Boog, and then Primetime getting smoked by Brentwood. All right, let's go to your game right quick. Let's talk about
Mm-hmm.
what
Mm-hmm.
happened there. All right, so you
No,
got
for my
Mahomes.
yeah, Mahomes didn't. I know last week for Mahomes, that fool, he had the lowest passing yards of his career.
Okay.
That he, I think was it, yeah, that he finished or something like that. So the last
Yeah.
time he had a the lower passing yard is when he got injured, one of those fucking
Oh,
games.
okay.
And so this past game versus who did they play? Oh, against the Bengals, he had 151 passing yards. So I was like, fuck. So I think
Yeah.
that would definitely kill me. And of course, my receivers didn't do shit.
Yeah.
Garrett Wilson 6, Chris Olave who fucking. I was like, all right, cool. Chris Olave should have
Yeah.
fucking points and
Especially
shit.
after all those points, right? You would think Olave would have got
Exactly.
some of that.
And what I hate is like I was watching the game and it's like Chris Olave, tackled at the 1 yard line. I was like, fuck. And then Xavier Worthy fucking Basura second game after his fucking bomb ass first game. I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna start fucking Xavier Worthy. He's fucking gonna go off. Nah,
Nah, they
fucking
bottled
17
him up.
yards. Yeah, 17 yards, 5 rushings, nothing. My running backs, the one thing that I was afraid, like week 1 of my fucking fantasy fantasy season, sorry, is
Yeah.
my running backs, man. My running backs came out good with Tony Pollard continue to get points, 10 points. And of course, Jordan Mason got me 16 points. That was fucking great. And then Trey McBride.
McBride went off for you.
Yep. Then the other sucky one was Zach Moss for the
Yeah.
fucking for the Bengals who they played the KC Chiefs. But other than that, that's it. I attribute it to Pat Mahomes. 18
Yeah.
points. It's not gonna win it for me.
No. Yeah. And I
And
think.
then
Yeah. Go
yeah,
ahead.
no, and the fool I was facing, what is that? Money Mike,
Mhm.
fucking Marvin Harrison, 25 points. I was like,
Right there.
fuck,
That's
right
the game
there.
right there.
Yeah,
That's the game right there.
fucking two receiving touchdowns. Yeah, I was like, God damn it.
That is the
Other than
game.
that, I should have beat his ass.
Everything else was
Yep,
regular for him. I mean,
yep,
dude, Dotson got him .60. I mean,
yep,
oh, that's tough. Yeah, I'd say J.K. Dobbins and Harrison won him the game for you,
yep.
and that might be
Yeah.
something that you might want to address though, because I still think your running backs are your weak point, dude. You
Mm,
might want to. I mean, you're gonna have to figure out a trade or something because your bench is. I mean, your receivers are studs. I mean,
yeah.
until Mostert comes back, which I don't know. He's doubtful this game, right? So he's obviously
Hmm.
not going to play. It doesn't look like it. Um, maybe he comes back for week 4.
Yeah.
I mean, but even then, he's going to be hit or miss, right? Because they're going to split the ball with A-Chain. So you don't know how
Well,
that's going to
like
go.
for me, I'm starting. I'm keeping faith in Pollard. I do love Jordan Mason. Raheem Mostert, that's another one. So I think my starters right now will be Pollard and Mason.
Yeah,
Um, Zach Moss, I think he still has something to give for the Bengals. The Bengals just starting off bad as always and
yeah,
shit. But Zach Moss is a capable running back who could get you yards, goal line touchdowns. So I'm okay with that.
yeah,
My receivers, the only one I'm worried about is Xavier Worthy. I think Garrett Wilson's gonna have a bomb ass year. Chris Olave, I think he's gonna have a bomb ass year. The only one I'm worried about, of course, is AJ Brown for the Eagles, injured out this week. So once he comes back, my receivers are gonna be top three, with Xavier Worthy coming, in on my bench. But
yeah.
I think the only one who might help me is Kareem Hunt, who I picked up. I picked him up on Monday, I think it was,
You
for
did. Yep, you sure
yeah,
did.
for the KC Chiefs.
I was like,
Yeah, I was like,
Casey.
all right, fuck it. Yeah, I saw you guys pick up a Steele and what P Ryan.
Yeah, I ended up dropping
Uh,
P Ryan, I think. Didn't I?
yeah, so I'm like, oh wait, what? Like, so then I saw a report like, oh, Kareem Hunt. I was like, oh shit, let me go pick him up. Boop, got him.
Mm-hmm.
So he's on my bench right now. They say he's on the practice squad, so he might get pulled up sometime soon. So
Yeah,
we'll see. Hopefully, if he comes back, balls out for me. That'll be
yeah.
perfect, man.
Let's see.
And the other pickup I got, I don't know how, I got Derek Carr. Derek Carr in the waiver.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, what the hell?
I was like, what the hell? I was like, all right, cool. Let me drop somebody. And I think
Yeah,
I dropped Gabe Davis. I think it was.
yeah.
But yeah, if Pat Mahomes doesn't fucking come through for me this week, oh, he's gonna get benched for fucking Derek Carr. Shit, fuck that.
Imagine that, dude, dropping them.
Yeah,
Wow, that's crazy.
I even thought about dropping like waiver wire drop Pat Mahomes because I was like, dude, Pat Mahomes ain't doing shit. Travis Kelsey is
Yeah.
fucking trash right now. I was like, what the fuck, dude?
So I dropped P Ryan for Chubb.
Okay, okay.
I figured I could afford to take that hit.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Now let's see here. All right, yeah, I beat Rook. I mean, it wasn't.
Yeah,
Oh, that's who I play. I play Beast Mode. Okay, ooh, it's gonna be a battle of first and third. I mean, Lamar didn't go off, but I think he had a slightly better game. I mean, it hurt Rook that Tua got hurt, so Tua
yeah.
didn't finish the game.
Mm-hmm.
But then we kind of canceled each other out with our next receivers. My guy Nico went off. Luckily for me, that's kind of
Yeah.
saved me there, right? Pickens didn't do shit, which I was disappointed in. Again, we canceled each other out with our other receivers. Same thing, running backs. Check it out, pretty even there.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where it hurt him. Roddy White didn't do shit against Detroit. And that's where I started to pull away. Uh, Barely out edged them there, but we're kind of separated. The game for him was Charbonnet went off for me. Again, I took
Okay.
Charbonnet knowing that Kenneth Walker, as much as I love Kenneth Walker, if I wasn't going to be able to draft Kenneth Walker, I was like, I got to be able to get Charbonnet.
Mm-hmm.
And then my defense, picking up
Yeah.
Houston against Chicago, worked out solidly for me. So it was a good game. And it could have been a lot closer. So shout out to Rook for that one. And yes, folks, Rook's been with us for like 4 or 5 years now, and yes,
Yeah.
he's still Rook. Okay, till we get someone
Yeah.
else, he is still Rook. And then when there's
Yep.
someone else, then there'll be a new Rook. So here are the matchups for week 3, and we've already got some points up there. Oh, look
Yep.
at this! Mr. HCN is already pulling away from the second place team. Oh
Cream pie. Cream
man,
pie
he
is
is
hurting this week.
Green Pie is hurting. Let's take a look at this.
Yeah, Cream pie is hurting this week.
Ooh,
He has
wow.
he made the change already. So he has Pittman, Michael Pittman. He's gonna play.
Mm,
I heard he's gonna play. So, but he still has George Kittle who's out. So he needs to
mm.
drop one of his
Let's
players.
go see who he's got. Let's go see.
He has Joe Mixon
Oh,
who's out.
oh,
Uh, Christian Watson, that's a receiver. Kyler
oh,
Murray,
he might have to drop. He might have to drop Brooks
yeah, Brooks. He's gonna
or
drop
quarterback.
Brooks for sure. But yeah, then he had Joe Mixon and on his as a starter. He's out, so he put Algier as a
Oh
replacement.
yeah.
So that's barely 4 points. Bryce Hall did good
Oh
for him,
yeah.
but no, my defense came through. Fucking the Jets, 24 points. I was like, fuck, I'll take it.
That was
And
good
then Garrett Wilson got that touchdown for me too. I was like, cool, I'll take
right
that
there.
too.
Mm-hmm. One
So I
hundred
was like, all right,
percent.
we're starting off good. Well, we'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see
Hey,
tomorrow.
you're an 80% favorite. I don't know.
Yep.
See, don't fuck that up. That is.
I know,
Whew,
man.
you need that win. You don't want to go 1-2 in the league. Um,
Yep.
yeah, that's looking good. All right, good shit,
Yeah, the
Ceez.
good thing is I seen his team. I'm like, okay, I should know by tomorrow night if I won because he
Yeah.
has all
Oh, okay. He
Sunday
doesn't have any Monday
players.
nighters.
No, no Monday unless he picks up a tight end for Monday. But no,
Mm.
he has all Sunday. So
And if it's close enough, because it doesn't matter if he doesn't. If it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter if he picks one up. He might.
yeah,
You know what? He might be just waiting it out. That way, he doesn't have
yeah.
to drop anyone. Like
Mm-hmm.
if it's a close game, maybe he does drop somebody and then he picks up a tight end.
Oh, okay,
Um,
okay.
but if it's not close and he's not going to win anyways, then what's the point of dropping someone if you don't really want to drop him?
Yeah, I don't know. I
Uh,
think I mean the obvious is he's gonna drop Brooks.
yeah, that's
Um,
what I think. I
because
mean,
he's
or
in.
Murray. I mean,
Yeah,
there's
that's
other
fine, man.
quarterbacks out there if you're really high on Brooks. But the way the
Yeah.
season's going for Carolina, I don't know that I'd be high on Brooks. I
Mm-hmm,
like
mm-hmm.
Brooks a lot, but I don't know that he's going to do well because of what Carolina is.
Yeah.
So, all right. Dude, that's crazy. Look at your bench. You've got no points coming in from that bench. So
No,
you've
it's
got
just Derek
no
Carr, my
options.
receiver.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Except for him. Whew, that's
So,
tough,
and I
dude.
don't want to. Yeah, I can't drop. I don't. I mean, the only one I probably think about dropping is Hunt, but I still believe in Mostert. AJ Brown stays.
Yeah,
Kareem Hunt, I don't know, but yeah, it's or
yeah.
I drop Carr, or like I said, I'm telling you, I thought about dropping Pat Mahomes. I was like, should I drop Pat Mahomes?
Ooh.
Dang, I don't know, but nah, we'll
Ooh.
see.
Heard
Hopefully,
it
I don't
here.
get no
You
more
heard it here.
injuries.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah,
Imagine if he
man.
drops him. All right, let's take a look at my matchup. So I got beast mode. I'm barely expected to win. Of course, projections are just that, projections, right? It's not
Mm-hmm.
nothing's guaranteed. Uh, I got Lamar. I'm hoping Lamar, like I said, if Lamar does what I told you, he should get plenty of points, at least yardage wise. The running will help. I'm always worried about receivers like Nico Collins. I know he was hurt during the week. He was listed as questionable. Then he came back to looking good. So we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping Pickens goes off. Pickens had a dud last week. I'm hoping
Mm-hmm.
he goes off. Godwin looks like he's balling, so hopefully there. Hopefully Barkley gets a touchdown, but I'm a little worried because he's got that New Orleans defense to face, and that New Orleans defense is
Yeah.
no joke. This is what kills me. My running back two, Etienne. Like, how am I supposed to root for Etienne to do well against my Bills? Like,
Oh.
it fucking kills me.
And
Uh,
he has. Oh yeah, you gotta wait till Monday too, because he has
yeah.
Burrow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he has Coleman, Keon
Right.
Coleman,
Yeah.
Brian
He's got,
Robinson,
yeah.
Gasecki. God damn.
So he has a good team.
Yeah.
He has a really good team. And then, of course, I went to go pick up the Vegas defense because they're playing the Panthers. So I'm
Panthers.
hoping this is where I'm hoping the Red Rifle doesn't show up.
Hmm.
So I still got to pick up a kicker. So I got to figure out what the hell I'm gonna do.
Mhm.
or
Who was your
or
old kicker?
uh, was it Dicker? I think it was it was It was Dicker.
Oh,
Dicker the
what
kicker.
he's been sucking or?
No, I just wanted to pick up Chubb, but I wasn't ready to
Uh,
drop any of these guys. I had to figure out.
oh, okay, okay.
I had to
Oh
figure out
shit.
who I was going to take. But I think the Chargers are playing. Are they playing outdoor? I don't remember if the Chargers are playing outdoor.
Uh, oh, they're playing the
Mm.
Steelers
Yeah, they're playing outdoors.
out there.
So I
Yeah,
didn't. I was like, I I stream my kickers. I stream my kickers and my
yeah.
defense. I'll maybe hold on to them for 2-3 weeks tops, but I stream them all the time.
Mhm,
Um, I don't know, dude. I mean, I may rock a kicker. I may
mhm.
not rock a kicker. Well, I think we have to rock a kicker, don't we? I know we have to
Uh,
draft a full team. I don't know that we
yeah.
have to start a full team. Um,
No, I don't think you have to start a 14.
yeah. So I may go without a kicker and see what the
Mm-hmm.
game is looking like, and then if I have to, I can drop someone Monday night and pick up one of the kickers from the game. The two
Okay, okay.
games.
Yeah,
So I got to figure it out. But I really like my bench, so I don't want to drop anyone.
yeah.
I got Robinson because there's no one else to throw to in the Rams. I got Kyle Pitts. I got Shakir. I got Johnston, who's coming alive,
Yep.
and I've got Nick Chubb, who I'm gonna definitely hold on to,
Oh,
unless it gets pushed back way further out. Then I'm gonna let Chubb go. But yeah, but even then, his bench is good too. I mean, he's full of injuries. He's got
mm-hmm.
Cup who's out. He's got McCaffrey who's on IR. So he has a good team, dude. He has a really good team.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what that looks like. Um, but yeah, there it is, folks. That's what the league is looking like. Those are the standings one more time. Anything else on the fantasy football you want to cover, Cease?
Nope. We'll just see. Well, we'll see next week. We'll talk about it, see how it goes. But man, can't wait.
Yeah,
It's what we all talk shit about in our homie group chat.
that's right.
But yeah, dude, it's gonna be fun tomorrow.
So that is it, folks. For we'll close this one out. That is it for the fantasy football portion of the homie league, and
Mm-hmm.
then I think we're at an hour and 30, so we can start to wrap it up. We'll cover F1. I don't know if you saw it or not, but
I
last
didn't
week,
see the race, but
yeah,
I saw the highlights, of
yeah,
course.
last week was not a good week for me. I mean, it was
Yeah.
fantastic on Friday. It was fantastic on Saturday, at least as a Checo Perez fan.
Mm-hmm.
He looked like he was finally turning around. He was turning the corner, and things were looking good. He was outpacing his teammate Max Verstappen, who's the current champion and the current leader in the championship points for drivers. Um, he was looking good the whole freaking time. He was looking good, and then up until the last lap, he crashed with I'm going to say Carlos Sainz, his bitch ass,
Yeah.
crashed Checo. Even though people were blaming Checo at first, I think it's been pretty clear and shown that Sainz is the one that fucked up and took out Checo from the chance of either finishing third or even second. That really fucking sucked. And it was at the end, too. It's not like he got taken out
Yeah.
and we're like, oh, who knows what would have happened? No, like last fucking lap. Oh, fucking devastated, dude. Like, I can tell you right now, you wouldn't have wanted to be Carlos Sainz if you were in front of me. I was fucking livid.
Yeah.
Um, and then this weekend hasn't been great for Checo. Qualifying was this morning. I think he's starting 13th. It's like, oh god damn it, man. He has won at this track though, but
Mm-hmm.
starting 13th, it's not good, dude. So we'll see what that's like. I'm excited to see the race tomorrow. But then the sucky part is I'm gonna hope that he ends on a high note. I would really love it if he ends on podium. I don't know. That's gonna be tough, dude. To at least finish in the top three. That's gonna
Mm-hmm.
be ridiculously hard. But I would like for him to look good and have some success. Maybe even get to the top five. That would be great.
Mm-hmm.
Because then it's 4 weeks between the next race. I'm like,
Okay.
oh, dude. I mean, luckily we
And
got football.
yeah.
But yeah, but go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask you. What was I gonna ask you? No.
Yeah,
The yeah. What time is the race tomorrow? Is it
I think six in
is
the
it
morning.
6 in the morning? Okay. 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 And
Yeah.
what standing is Checo?
In terms of overall standings, he's
Yeah.
fifth, I think,
Oh,
in the
okay.
drivers' championship. Let me double check. Nope, he's not fifth. He is eighth. Whew. He
Oh,
is
okay.
eighth. The worst part about it though is that as a Red Bull fan,
Hmm.
Red Bull is no longer the leader in the constructors. So
Yeah.
they've gotten passed now by McLaren.
Hmm.
So because Red Bull hasn't been doing well, and because Checo also hasn't been doing well, those kind of combinations of points that they have been getting haven't been very much. So they've been outpaced by McLaren, and McLaren has now passed them up. Now I don't know if you were aware, but there is some controversy um, that McLaren got called out for having their rear wing moving too much. That moves
Hmm.
under speed and under load and under braking. And so that kind of messes with the downforce, and other teams are claiming that that's giving them a huge advantage, which is the same bullshit that they called out Red Bull in 2021, I think,
Hmm.
and called it illegal, and they made Red Bull change it. Now they they told the FIA, and the FIA is like, well, it's not illegal, but they should be proactive and they should change it, and yeah, we know, blah blah. You know, they didn't address it. Basically,
Hmm.
what it came down to is McLaren's like, well, no, in a matter of being fair, and we want to be proactive, and even though it was deemed legal, we're gonna make some changes to our rear wing,
Hmm.
because yeah, like McLaren kind of came out of nowhere. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, yes, they were getting better, but I don't know that too many people projected the whole progress that they're going to have to this
Okay.
point, you know? And so, of course, there's that narrative too that it's like, well, of course the FIA isn't going to do shit to fucking to McLaren because they show a ton of favoritism to anything that's British. If it's
Hmm.
a British driver, they show a shitload of favoritism. If it's a British racing, team, they show a lot of favoritism. So like
Hmm.
when it got brought up, everyone knew it was like, man, whatever, dude. They ain't gonna do shit about it, you know. But if you're a Red Bull, if you're not British, if you're
Hmm.
Ferrari, like, oh, they're gonna say some shit to you. They're gonna address you or give you points or penalize you or whatever. And of course, they didn't do shit about it. So yeah, so we'll see what that's like. That kind of sucks. That kind of really taints the sport because you already know it's like, really, you're not gonna do shit about it. It's like, come on, like you got to look into it. There's video evidence, you know,
Yeah.
um, and of
No,
course they're like,
and
it's legal.
yeah, you talking about that? It made me think about. I know it was a recent controversy also recently. One of the, I guess, I don't know if the president of F1, I think his name Suleiman or
Yeah, yeah,
So he
yeah.
comes out saying like, "Oh, we gotta talk to the drivers about saying
No cursing.
profanity, no
Yeah,
cursing on the live feed or whatever."
yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, we don't want them talking like rappers." And of course, Hamilton comes out. It's
Shot
like,
back.
"Yo,
Yep.
like, yeah, like this is a little racist shit. Like,
Yeah,
only rappers use profanity shit like that." And it's like, it made me think, like, fuck, who the fuck says that? Like,
yeah.
why would you come out saying like, "Yo, we don't want to talk like rap or sound like
Mm-hmm.
rappers" on on the live feed? It's
Mm-hmm.
like, dude, like, think, like, you can't say that you're a president of a top sport. You
Yeah,
cannot say shit like that.
yeah,
It just makes me think, like, who the fuck is running this fucking organization? Like, dude,
yeah.
there's some dumbass motherfuckers. Like,
And I'll be honest with
dude.
you, dude. I look at this guy and I think he's just a shady little fucking weasel. There you go. That's the president. That's the president of FIA. He looks like a shady little fucking weasel. Like, of course he's gonna do whatever he needs to do to make his shit look even better and do all these things. I mean, there's already been controversy with him before, about how certain championships finish and things like that. So it's
Yeah.
like, just look at him. He fucking
Yep.
looks like a weasel, dude. He's a
Yep.
fucking loser. I mean, I listen. He can't ban me. He can't
Hmm.
get me in trouble. He can't find me. I'm not part of F1. But yeah, yeah, I can't stand that dude. I honestly
Yeah,
can't stand
I
him.
read that. I read the article, and I was like, the first thing I said is like, why is he running shit? Why is he the president or whatever the fuck he is of
Money.
this great, sport, great organization.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like you can't say shit like that. You just honestly just keep it simple. Don't say shit like that. And it's like, it just you could just tell like he has a dumb idiot fucking mind. Like,
Yeah.
and honestly, he shouldn't be running shit because
I agree. I don't like him. I don't like him one
doesn't
bit, dude.
yeah
I don't like
doesn't
him one bit.
yeah, it does not sit well, dude. And honestly, he should get called out and be like, "Yo, like you haven't done shit. Get the fuck out of here."
He really should. He really should. I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh
I
yeah,
honestly don't
dude.
think like I honestly don't think he can get credit for the way that Formula One is blown up. Like I think Red Bull, sorry, not Red Bull. I think the brand itself has done a really good job of branching
Mm-hmm.
out. I think and being smart about it. And I think Netflix like really helped,
Mm-hmm.
especially during the pandemic where people were at home and like, well, what are we gonna watch? And then like that Drive to Survive series came out and just like the way they did it, dude, was so good. And
Yeah.
it just captivated so many people. I mean, it is what it is, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so much so that like even other fucking sports are trying to do the same. I think like NASCAR has their own Netflix series now.
Yeah.
And so it it's a good way to do it, but like I wouldn't credit this loser
Mm-hmm.
with the way that F1 has blown up. I no, I wouldn't credit him.
Yeah.
So it
I
sucks,
was
dude.
like,
Yeah, he's
yeah.
stupid. And I'm not a big Hamilton fan, but I'm glad that Hamilton said what he said.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big fucking idiot. So
Yeah, like it just don't mention that like, oh, rappers, or just don't make it that simple. Rappers say this, like, no, everybody
yeah,
fucking curses. Like, dude.
like you could have just said, we're trying to clean up the conversations. Like we
Yeah.
understand that families are watching these races and that, they don't want their kids to hear this language. So we understand, we're trying to balance it out. These drivers are driving on a knife's edge. Like,
Mm-hmm.
they're putting their life on the line. So sometimes their emotions are a little high, but we're gonna talk to our guys about making sure that like, you know, something
Not to
along
occur.
those lines. But you didn't have to bring in the whole rapper shit.
Yeah. Oh, it just, I'm telling you, it just shows me he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
That's it.
100%,
Yep.
100%. So
Yep.
yeah, I'm excited about tomorrow. Hopefully it goes well.
Yeah.
I would love to have that race go well, and then go into football weekend or Sunday, watch a bunch of football, watch it all go well, and then have Buffalo win on Monday. That would be a fantastic weekend, especially
Okay.
after my
Okay.
little girl did so well and won her second game. So that would be fantastic. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Um, I didn't watch any Canelo fight. I mean, I watched the highlights. I didn't get a chance to watch it. I think that was it a Friday or a Saturday? Either way, I think I had
Saturday.
Saturday. I
Saturday.
had my daughter's game,
Yeah.
so I didn't get to watch that.
Saturday. It was like, Cinco de Mayo. I mean, Cinco de Mayo. Mexican
Yeah.
Independence, uh,
Hmm.
celebration stuff.
Yeah.
So that's how Canelo always fights around this time,
Yeah.
just for that, Mexican,
Hmm.
heritage. But yeah, dude, it was a good fight. It's Canelo won cleanly. He was, you could tell he was a more experienced fighter. He boxed the dude, Berlenga, a
Hmm.
Puerto Rican fighter. He was probably like 25 ish.
Hmm.
But he was a good fighter. They showed, love to each other after the fight, because
Yeah, he did.
I could tell Canelo was like, "Yo, you're a good fighter, dog. Like, you
Yeah.
know what you're doing. We, I'm. You could tell Canelo was like, I'm more experienced, so I
Yeah.
know what the fuck I'm doing. You're gonna be there. You're coming up. Trust me, you'll be there." So
Yeah.
it was a good fight. It was no knockdowns. There was a couple big punches, but it
Yeah.
was no knockdowns. It was a straight, round 1 to 12 decision to
Yeah.
Canelo. That's it.
Okay.
But yeah, it was cool. It was a clean fight. The other thing that was going on that weekend too was UFC had their, the spear, fight. The only the people were criticizing it because the fights on UFC weren't that great, but it's still, whenever you have somebody fighting another person in UFC, it's
Yeah.
still good because it's combat.
Right.
The only thing that I will talk shit about UFC is, I don't know if you saw the fight or if you saw the whole spear, how it's pretty much a big ass screen.
Yeah.
Um, I thought they were gonna have the fight right there on the screen, and you could see the
Uh,
whole fight.
yeah.
What they did is they just had the ring down at the bottom, and the screen was all decorated with, like, I don't know, architecture, buildings. I don't know what the
Yeah.
fuck it was. It was like kind of like Mexican architecture heritage type of
Yeah.
shit. And I was just like, this is not what I was expecting. I was
Yeah.
expecting the full screen to show me the fucking fight. That's what I thought.
While it's actually happening down below.
While it's like down there, you don't have to see it there. You just see it right there in your screen, you know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
no, it was like the screen was like decorated with like architecture, buildings, statues, or some shit like that, and that was it. I was like, this shit is not good. This is not what I expected. But
Yeah.
yeah, dude, it was that was it. And then of course you could tell like the UFC took a backseat from the Canelo because
Yeah.
Canelo fight was over like around 10. No, like
Yeah.
around 9:30 ish.
Yeah.
And then UFC, they started their main event actually like around 10. So you could
Mm.
tell like they shifted to, not to, overlap with the
Overlap.
Canelo
Yeah.
fight. Yeah, so it was weird. And I was like, oh, okay, UFC, at least you're thinking
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that whole spear shit, I was like, it's good, but show me the fight on the screen. Don't show me architecture. Don't show me this art shit. No, I want to see the fight on the screen.
I wonder if they didn't do that because then people that paid more money would be pissed off that the people that paid less money.
Yeah,
They're like,
probably,
what do you
probably.
mean? I pay like 25 grand for these seats when I gotta pay like, I don't know, $600 and I would have got the same fucking
Yeah,
view. Like, what?
yeah,
Maybe that's what I don't know. I'm just
maybe.
I'm just pulling shit out of thin air here, but it could have been that, and that's probably why they didn't do it, or they were afraid people would say that. I don't know.
Yeah,
But I
probably,
like your
probably.
idea. I would have gotten better with that. Like I think that would have been a fucking great idea.
Fuck
Um,
yeah, dude. That's what I was thinking. I was like, damn, this shit's gonna be dope. Like
yeah,
having a big ass screen in front of you, watching the fight. You're like, oh, because I don't know if you've seen here in LA they have this shit called Cosmic
like a mini
by
sphere.
yeah, like a mini
Yeah,
spear. I don't know. It's on. I see it all the time on fucking Instagram, but
yeah.
it's
My
right here
wife showed
by
it to me recently on Instagram. Yeah,
yeah, it's right here by SoFi.
yeah. She's
And
like,
so
"Did
I
you
was like,
know there was one?" I was like, "No."
and that shit looks dope, dude. I was like,
Yeah.
damn, this shit's tight. And that's what I thought they're gonna do. And in my eyes, I was like, damn. And then the spear has a big ass screen. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, damn, that shit was gonna be tight. But no, they had. I was like, oh, they had some architecture. I was like, oh no, don't do that.
Nope. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, that sucked, dude.
but yeah,
Um,
that's the soccer.
I know you're gonna be up early tomorrow as well because you are a big soccer fan. Um, and I see your team is playing tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Big game
Arsenal is
tomorrow,
playing
Arsenal.
Manchester City. Look at that.
Yeah,
I don't know much about European soccer, right? So English
yeah.
Premier League,
Mm-hmm.
based on other than what you tell me and other kind of the big teams and things like that. But like 4-0 Manchester City going into Arsenal, I gotta assume that's a big game.
No, it's so it's pretty much in terms of like standing, it's like top team, like what is it, the reigning champions of the English Premier League versus the second team.
Mm.
So it's pretty much one versus two. So
Yeah,
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 it's gonna be a great game. It's game starts here at 8:30 in the morning, so I was like, cool. I get to sleep
yeah.
in,
You
then
sleep
wake
in a
up,
little.
watch the game. After that, just roll into football. Perfect. But yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm a little worried because I know there's some injuries on the Arsenal side.
Yeah,
But it should be a good game, man. It's always fucking dope. But yeah, I'm excited. Just can't wait, man. Tomorrow morning, I'll be like, just let me eat my breakfast and get the fuck away from me with my family.
don't talk to me. Don't look at
Yeah, I'm
me.
gonna be in the room.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me. But yeah, man, that's it. Next for tomorrow, yeah, Arsenal plays. Gonna be a tight game.
All right, all right, all right.
Once I know, I'll mention it. See what happens
Yeah, yeah.
next
We'll touch
next
base
week.
on it.
Yeah.
Um, wanted to ask you: do we want to change the day, or do we want to leave it the same on Fridays or Saturdays, based on? I mean, listen, Saturday worked out. I know Prime was
Hmm.
like, "Yo, on a Saturday," it's like, all right,
Hmm.
that's a whole different story. Prime's gonna prime. Prime, I think, likes to come on when he's on the clock and getting paid.
Yeah.
Uh, but I mean, hey, last Saturday kind of worked. We have four guys. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe 3.5, because I don't know how much Commish was really there, and then he apparently ghosted YouTube because he didn't come out for the rest of it. Um, but I mean, I to me Saturdays work. I mean,
Hmm.
But I mean, unless you want to change it, but I think
No,
yeah,
I mean
we're good.
we'll talk about it, but to me
Yeah,
Saturday works. Like I said, I stay up late. Right now it's midnight over here.
same.
Stay up
Yeah.
late, wake up a little late tomorrow.
Hmm.
And perfect. If it's Friday, the same. I could do Friday. I prefer Friday or Saturday.
Yeah.
Monday, it's pushing it, but I mean,
Yeah.
if you're up to it, and if the other homies
Yeah.
could join in,
Yeah.
fuck it, I'll do it.
Yeah. Well, there you have it, homies. Let us know if you guys are watching. Let us know what you guys prefer. But yeah, man, I like Saturdays. Fridays would be
Mm-hmm.
tough because I think I get home like around 9:30 because
Okay.
nah, I do probably no, I would probably get home like around 10 because her games on Fridays tend to be at 8. They run an hour and a
Okay.
half long, so it's like by the time we finish, by the time I wrap up from the field, and by the time I get home, it's like 10:30. So that Fridays
Okay.
would be hard. Um, but yeah, dude, I think unless you got anything else, man, we're going on almost 2 hours. I think we blew through this episode in terms of what we were going to cover. I think
Mm-hmm.
I always think we're going to be able to cover an episode in an hour, but once we get going, it's really going, and it's
I
awesome, man.
know.
So 2 hours, seems to be our average right now. Hey, I think we fill people's day, dude. They just listen to it in the background. They don't have to watch our ugly mugs,
Yeah.
and then it helps with pass the time. So if you got nothing else, man, I think it's time to wrap up episode 18.
Yeah, I'm good, man. Shout out, one little shout out. Shout out Shohei Otani,
Oh, that's
50-50
right.
club.
That's right.
And that's it, man. If it was up to me, yeah, let's end it right here, fool. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. I'm bummed that I didn't watch that. I like,
Yeah,
but I mean, dude, he hit, was it 3 home runs?
yeah. 3 home runs,
I mean,
10 RBIs. I was like,
dude, like
damn.
there's no way. I was like, okay, I still have some time. I can start paying attention later to the games, and all of a sudden it happened. So, congrats to him. Congrats to the
Mm-hmm.
Dodgers for clinching a playoff berth. My Cleveland Guardians not only clinched the playoff berth, but they also clinched the division. So
Yep.
baseball is getting right around the corner. It's getting into that exciting season. I heard somebody say fall is elite season. Fall is pretty damn fun, if you don't
Yep.
mind me saying so. Weather starts to cool down, at least in Arizona for sure. And I'm not talking about like, ooh, it's 56 now. I'm talking about like 70, and 70 in Arizona when that happens is beautiful.
Yeah.
So yeah, then you got football, baseball, World Series, playoffs, you name it. Football's getting crazy. It's getting serious. Great time. You've got soccer going on. It's amazing. So
Yep.
yes, fall is definitely elite season. Well, folks, that wraps it up for episode 18. Be on the lookout. Actually, we're gonna roll it out to the homies first, but we will be rolling out the draft episode. So now it's coming for sure. We showed it to you. Can't wait to get everyone's thoughts and opinions on it. And other than that, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys for joining us for 18 episodes. We hope to keep pumping out more. You guys have a wonderful time. We will see you next episode. And as always, go Bills.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Serge.
Yeah, always, homie.